God can think of many people. And like a parent who loves his children equally. People are finite. You know, and it's funny, sometimes you try to get the ear of someone, try to get the attention of somebody. You want to get that, and they have other things on their mind. They are dealing with things, they're finite. They're imperfect. But God is not finite. So why are we not spending more time seeking his favor? Seeking his knowledge, seeking his audience. You know, so if somebody ever told you their problems and you acted like you cared and you really didn't. If you're honest, I'm not going to ask for hands because if you were honest, they'd go up. Has someone ever spoken to you and you acted like you were listening, but you weren't? You were just staring at them and thinking about your bills? And every so often you go, uh-huh. And the moment comes up, you said uh-huh at the wrong time. They said, what do you mean? What do you mean, uh-huh? You mean you're saying yes to that? I went, what? You're going, what? Well, not really. I'm not sure what I said. I don't know. But God has no limit. We try to get the attention of people. Some of you are always trying to get attention of people who can never fully give it to you. How about getting your attention from God? And so much caring about what people think of you and seeking love when you've got so much love yet to know from God. And people living as broken people because there's so much wrapped up of people's thoughts to them. Unloved, rejected, not really loved, or passed over, abandoned, forsaken, betrayed. And God is saying, what are you doing? It's like you're seeking food in a garbage can when you've got a banquet here. Even as an adult, as a believer in a congregation, people still don't grow up. Nobody reached out to me. Nobody thanked me. Nobody cared about me. You can tell those people, they're going to be staying in that for the rest of their lives until they turn from it. People seeking praise of men to be good enough or to make yourself attractive enough when when God is there, you have to seek it in God. So much about life is being thought of. We have greeting cards saying, thinking of you. You just want to know, hey, we just want you to know we've been thinking about you, and that's fine. But how about God is thinking about you? If you have that, you're really not going to need the other stuff. The other stuff is great, is nice. It might even be God through that person blessing you, encouraging you, but you're not going to be desperate for it. Trying to get it filled up with love, that's empty love, often, instead of the full love that overflows. When Albert Einstein first came to America, or early, he was a celebrity here. And in one of his visits, he was the guest of Charlie Chaplin, the film star in silent movies, another celebrity. And fans mobbed their car, and they were going crazy. And Einstein, who had pondered the mysteries of the universe, could not understand what was going on. And he was puzzled. He said to Charlie Chaplin, because what does it mean? What does it mean? What is this? Charlie Chaplin said, it means nothing. People spend so much of their life caring about what people think of others, and the other people are thinking about what other people are thinking about. It's nothing. It's a shadow. The real thing is God. I remember being at a family reunion, and there was one of my great uncles who was like maybe two generations removed. I talked to him, and we're having a nice conversation, but then at one point he said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm your grandnephew," and I gave my name, and he couldn't remember. And then I'm like, you know, and he says, "It's okay," he said. He says, "You're a nice man anyway. It doesn't matter." But people even forget it doesn't, only God is what's going to last. The Word of God says, can a mother forget her own child? Yes. Even a mother may forget, but I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. That is commitment. I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. The thoughts of man don't add up to anything unless God is in them. And that's all that matters. I remember when we went to Cuba. It was a land that time forgot. When you get there, the cars are like at least at that time, this is 10 years ago, were from 1959. It was like going back in time. And because they just kept repairing those cars. And I said, "Lord, what message?" Before I even got to Cuba, I said, "What message?" And I got this newspaper in Florida, and I said, "Oh, that's the message." It said the cover said, "The Forgotten Cubans." And I got from the Spirit, the Lord said, God has not forgotten you. Think about how much of our lives are thinking about what other people are thinking, and they're thinking about this. And it's a mirror on a mirror. And the good news is you can be free of it. It says in the Bible, the word Jew or Yahudi is the one it means praise in Hebrew. And it says his praise comes not from man, but from God. If you are born again, you are spiritually the chosen people, no matter what. And your praise is to come from God. You don't need other things. The exiles of Judah, when they were sent into captivity, they had messed up, and they had offered up, they had bowed down to Baal, and they had done all these things in depravity. And here they are, their nation is destroyed. They blew the covenant, and now they're wiped out, and God has sent them into exile, and it looked like it'd be over, and he had every reason to believe it was over. The northern kingdom were wiped out, and they never came back. And so the kingdom of Judah is in Babylon, or these exiles are there. The land is destroyed, and they have every reason to think God's never going to come back to them. And then God sends a prophet to them, and his name is Zechariah. As in the time, and you know what Zechariah means? Zechariah? It means God has remembered. In other words, God has not forgotten you. And that's the people that he said that verse to, those people who were saying, God, we know we messed up, we're finished, we blew it all, we deserve nothing. He said, I know the plans I have for you. Plans for wealth, for shalom, for blessing, and not for calamity, to give you a future and a hope. So it was to them he said it. So when you feel God is not even, he's done with me. And then, Miriam, she says, the Lord has been mindful of me. He looked upon me. He actually noticed me. He's thinking of me. Same way, the Psalms says, what is man that you are mindful of him? Not saying that you're not mindful of him, it's saying you are, but what are we? We don't deserve this, but you are mindful of us. People look at famous people, and sometimes, the celebrity, and they say, oh, he looked at me, he noticed me. Who cares? How much more excited should you be that the God of the universe notices you with perfect love? The first person